Colin Cowherd today had a disappointing take. I don't want to get into the disappointing takes. I don't, because I got 2 already. You know what? Screw it. I only got you for a little bit.
Okay, let's go.
Colin Cowherd said today that he doesn't think the Eagles will even reach the red zone.
Yeah, that's come on, man.
What?
So I don't.
What?
So
what, Cowherd?
What part of the Eagles' offense do they not like? And a lot of it comes to people just can't compartmentalize things. So Jalen Hurts maybe is an elite. Like I get it, and so sometimes I think Eagles fans put Jalen Hurts in conversations that he doesn't belong. But what's wrong with being good? Jalen Hurts is good. What's wrong with being good? Especially good in that offense, right? He could be better than good. Absolutely.
He's good.
Like he's really
great.
He's really good.
He's great. Donovan was good.
Donovan was good. Jalen's above Donovan.
Yes,
for sure.
Jalen's great.
But he probably isn't in some of the conversations that people are putting him in. Like, no, he's not Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen or Patrick. Like that was a different. And that's not a bad thing for Jalen. It's just those 2 guys that I watched after that are like incredible quarterbacks. Those are 2 of the best quarterbacks in the league, along with Lamar Jackson. Like, those guys can do things that just nobody can.
And Jaden's a stud too. I could do without dancing.
I know.
I could do without dancing down 14, Jaden. I hope you learned from that.
For the most part, was impressed with Jaden Davis.
Yes, I was too as well.
But Jalen Hurts, it's okay to be good. Jalen Hurts is really good.
Jalen Hurts is great. You could say great. Jalen Hurts is great.
I toe the line on that. Yeah, great, fine. I'm okay with that.
He's great.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, great.
He is a great quarterback.
Is definitely fine. But yet there are fair criticisms of him to be made. Like there are flaws in his game 100%. That I completely understand. But why does that have to turn into, oh, well, the Eagles offense isn't good because of that? They've been good the entire time with him. They've been able to have incredible success with him, and he's part of that success. He is like a successful player in this offense. So maybe Hurts falls a little bit behind or lags behind in skill from some quarterbacks, but that doesn't mean they can't move the ball or that the Chiefs are going to keep him out of the red zone. That's insane. That is wild to say. The offense the Eagles have is legitimately one of the best offenses in the league. It is at least top 10, and I think at times we've seen them become a top 5 offense. They run the ball extremely well. They have great wide receivers. They have a quarterback who's
the best damn
really
running team I've ever seen.
Right, and Jalen Hurts is part of that.
It's the best damn running team I've ever seen.
It's shocking to me that people can't talk about quarterbacks or at least a team without an elite quarterback and think, oh, well, they can't do anything. The Eagles are a better team than Kansas City. Don't get it wrong. Eagles are a better team. They have a better defense. They have a better offense. They're a better team than the Chiefs in every single way.
Except
why? How can they not get to the red zone?
No. Except quarterback.
Well, that's
Mahomes
the thing,
is
though.
Mahomes.
Oh, I know. He is on a different planet.
Yes.
So I can't have the same conversation. It's almost like Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes are playing 2 different positions. I can't compare what Patrick Mahomes is with anyone because he's a different breed.
He's playing a different position than anybody.
Yes,
he plays a different position than Josh Allen.
Absolutely.
Even though Josh Allen had, look,
incredible.
I can't even get into that game because I don't.
Nobody's on the same level of existence as Patrick Mahomes. Right?
I don't have the energy to talk about the Bills and Chiefs right here, right now. I am just so focused on bringing a good vibe, having a good,
and it should be a good
fun
vibe. Should
show
be an amazing vibe
about the Eagles going
this is a damn good
to a
team.
Super Bowl, man. Yes, and I don't even want to get bogged down with talking about a spread, in 2 weeks. And of course, I like the Eagles. Of course, I think the Eagles are finally going to finish the story. But as we sit here right now on a Monday,
is that what we're doing? We're doing the Cody Rhodes thing.
It's not a Cody
finish. The story. How can you say it's not a Cody Rhodes thing when it's been legitimately one of the biggest mainstream things that has happened in wrestling?
But does it not fit perfect?
It fits perfect. It is a finish the story, and there's an awesome cyclical nature. It's like this 3 Super Bowl run has started with the Eagles, Chiefs beating the Eagles, and now it might end with them. It's history on the line. It's everything. It's still the Andy Reid with his new team taking on the Eagles. It's still the Eagles getting revenge on them. There's so much to this Super Bowl. So I get it that people are maybe fatigued by the Chiefs and Eagles. I think more of the Eagles, they're fatigued by just Eagles fans being cocky, which I love it. They are annoying every fan base, and it's amazing. But I don't get why this has to be bad. These are the two best teams. I think this matchup is incredible.
So do I.
An incredible, titanic, gargantuan matchup between two of the best teams in the NFL. And not only two of the best teams, but an amazing elite defense going up against Mahomes, who did what he did yesterday. Almost a near perfect football game that he played in the AFC Championship. And he has to go up against the Eagles now. I love that, Matt. It's awesome.
It's the two best teams that are standing. It's the final two, and there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Buffalo, sorry, you had an opportunity. No one could sit there and tell me that the Bills are going to beat the Eagles. No, they're not. You got the two best teams remaining, and it was always the Chiefs and Eagles. It's been like that on our minds. I know Mark Henry Jr. said that a couple weeks ago, even though he was high on the Ravens. I was
high on the Ravens too, but it's
the Chiefs.
The Chiefs are just inevitable.
It was always the Chiefs, and it was always the Eagles. I know. Shout out to Roy Burton, who's checking in right now. Finish the story. He likes that. Hashtag. Roy and Sean took to the timelines yesterday to clip the hit I did with the Boston versus the Book back on December the 3rd when I said book the flights. You know, like we've been yelling about this, and even when I said book the flights from the perspective about the Eagles, it was always Eagles and Chiefs. It was always Eagles and Chiefs, and that's what I want. I did a hit on Fox Sports Radio on Saturday National with Aaron Torres and his show.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I wanted the Chiefs,
and they asked me, and I said, guys, I don't want anything. Like, I don't care about the Bills. I think it would be cool for 2 weeks, get new, you get freshness. But other than that, like, I don't want the Bill. I want the Chiefs.
Well, I want the Eagles to be the ones to beat the Chiefs.
Correct.
Like, that's always the great.
Yes.
So the great thing about going up against legendary teams is you can create your own legendary moment when you beat them. Eli Manning's about to go to a Hall of Fame because he beat Tom Brady twice. You know, Nick Foles.
Well said.
Nick Foles is now in immortal because he beat Tom Brady.
We have the best owner in sports right here, Mr. Lurie. On behalf of the National Football League, it is my honor to present the George Halas Trophy to the National Football Conference champions, our Philadelphia Eagles.
Let's go! That's amazing. Come on!
You create legendary moments when you beat legendary teams, and the Eagles can do that. And not only do it, they're stopping them from doing one of the most historic things in a franchise, winning 3 Super Bowls in a row. And the Eagles can be the one to stop that. They were the ones that started off.
It's one of the first conversations I had with Howie. That's a conversation I had with my family. And like I said last week, came to Philly to be a part of games like this. Nothing better than a game when you can advance to the Super Bowl. So super excited about that. And it was a team effort. And we'll give a shout out to all the guys.
Woo! Do you know, Dom, by the way, New York people look and saying that, you know, Saquon's, all this stuff about Saquon that they said, about the player he is and all this stuff and how selfish he is. He is maybe one of the best teammates I think I've ever seen the Eagles have. Like, he's an incredibly great teammate, amazing player, and absolutely zero selfishness to it at all. Zero.
He's already saying, like, man, we got one more to go. It's
yes,
great.
He was already saying that. He shouted out Kenny Gainwell. He's like, Kenny played awesome today. It wasn't just him. There's always so much. It's so much bigger than him. At least that's how he views it. He views it as something that's bigger than him, and it comes off just so well. I'm loving the guy more and more. He seems like such a great dude. He's not only an amazing talent, amazing football player, but he's just an amazing teammate.
15 carries, 118, 3 touchdowns. First time in NFL history that 2 teammates have combined for 3 touchdowns rushing in the same game. Of course, Jalen and Saquon.